Have you ever looked yourself in the mirror and wondered, why do I never feel in love? After spending years of trying to show your worth, and always knowing that the world shows a version of you, but not the version that has already existed in you. Trying to prove your value, no matter how much you sacrifice, and no matter the achievements, you always feel like it's not enough because of people's opinions, and you are stuck with people's opinions for the rest of your life. In today's video, I am going to show you guys how to recognize your self-worth. Because guys, the minute you recognize your self-worth is when your life begins to change. Hi guys, my name is Tasha, that's me, and welcome back to my channel. This is a safe space for self-growth, your healing journey, and becoming your highest self. Okay, so let's get down to it. You already know what's going to happen. So guys, what is self-worth? Self-worth is believing that you deserve love, happiness, and respect. It is not about money. It is not about the likes, the shares, or you comparing yourself to other people. Okay? It's about something that you know has already existed in you, and you don't have to earn it, you don't have to prove it, and you don't have to compete for it. But guys, the problem is, we believe that love has conditions. We believe that if I became happier, if I became prettier, if I became successful, if I worked out more, he'll love me. But guys, that's a lie. And why that's a lie? Because picture for a minute, I came from a narcissistic, toxic household. Okay, I believed that if I made my daddy proud, he'll be more happier, he'll be more prouder of me. If I aced my exams, if I never came home pregnant, if I never went partying, I was a complete introvert. I always believed and I always thought that's how love is. Love had to be conditional. But guys, what I didn't realize is that this thing was going to affect me later on in life when I was by myself. Yeah, everything that I tried to do, I always felt like I'm not doing it enough. I had to do it more because it reflected on how I was in my childhood. Why do we forget our worth? Guys, you don't just wake up one day and start hating yourself. It starts slowly. It reflects on how you see life and how you grew up in your household. Sometimes it happens in friendships, it happens in heartbreaks, even social media, lying to us and that there's a better life. It's everything is just so fake. Everything is photoshopped. Nothing is real. Everything is an illusion, guys. Yeah, we begin measuring ourselves through other people's eyes. Instead of asking yourself, do I like myself? You instead start asking yourself, do they like me? Why do you need to care whether people like you or not? Sometimes, guys, it is okay for people. Not everyone will like you. Not everyone is going to like your energy around you. Not everyone is going to feel comfortable around you. Sometimes you need to be okay and you need to accept that it's okay for people not to like you. Yeah, you need to be okay with that. So guys, that's why we lose ourselves. We try to fit in that friendship. We try to lose weight in that toxic relationship. We try so hard. And for what? And for you not trying to recognize your self-worth, are you that blind to know that you are worthy all of these things? Why are you trying so hard for such things, guys? Recognizing your self-worth is very important. Or you'll just go crazy for nothing, Recognize your self-worth. Know that there are some versions of yourself that you need to heal. If you feel like you have found yourself in similar situations, guys, ask yourself, why do I need to really work hard for this? Why do I have to prove myself? And for what? I grew up in a household where I had to over-explain myself. If I did something, I had to prove myself. I had to prove my parents for my what and for what. Of course, I knew my father was not going to see that no matter what, because he didn't care. He cared about my achievements. He didn't care about how it made me feel, you see. So, guys, it's quite pointless. Don't do that. Don't push yourself to that extent, okay? Guys, these are the signs that you've forgotten your worth. Guys, have you ever found yourself when you do something bad or even bump into someone, you just apologize for everything? Yeah, you stay in that situation that drains you, that toxic relationship. Oh, because I love him. No, there's nothing like that. There is a part of you you are not healing. Your self-worth, you have forgotten your worth. So it's not a matter of I love him. That is not love. If you are stuck in a situation that drains your peace, that friendship where you have to prove yourself, a friendship which is toxic, you have to always fit in, doing less than you deserve. Why do you do that? You accept less than you deserve. You are fear of being alone than being disrespected. You are afraid of being alone. You know, some of you guys just have attachment issues. And I was once also just like that. I was afraid of being alone. See, because I remembered my father had left and I was so used to him, that closure, that bond, that I was even scared. I will tolerate any disrespect from any friendship that I was in any relationship. I kept on attracting emotional, unavailable men. I didn't recognize that I had forgotten my worth. And I didn't open my eyes to realize that, no, this is wrong. Yeah, I need to walk away. I need to walk away because I am finally recognizing my self-worth and I know what's best for me. Yeah? You constantly compare yourself to others. Yeah? Like take for example when my father and mother were separating, you know, and they were not together, and my father had moved on with someone else. She constantly had to compare herself to this woman. She constantly had to be like, maybe if I lose more weight, maybe if I do this, maybe if I do that, you know. It was so draining for her and I felt bad for her. She constantly thought that, oh, because we're separated, I have to lose more weight. I have to show myself, you know, this is what is lost. What have you lost? He's the one who's left. There's nothing you've lost. Okay, there's nothing you've lost. Always guys, there's nothing you lose. He left. There's nothing you've lost. Now it's time for you to heal, move on, and recognize your self-worth. See, guys, you are not broken. You see, you've just forgotten who you are, and that's something you can remember now. You know, remember that you have self-worth, and you can choose yourself and walk away if you want to. You don't have to stay in that relationship that's toxic. You can choose yourself and walk away. And let me tell you guys, you'll see how quick your blessings are going to multiply. You know, sometimes God removes you out of that marriage and that friendship because He is planning to fix another better one. The more you stay into that relationship, you are denying God's blessings. See, even God gets upset when you keep on staying in that situationship, when you keep on staying in that friendship, in that job that you are not proud of, the salary you get is low, you know, you get a paycheck in this, you're not being able to pay up your bills. Sometimes God removes you out of it. No matter how many times, I can remember there were some situations I used to find myself in. Like I used to find myself in some certain friendships. God used to remove me out. We used to find ourselves we used to go from house to house. We would stay in our house for 6 months, 1 year. God will remove that because He is building a better foundation for you. He's building better things and you have to accept it. Sometimes God removes that person or a certain thing or a job out of your life because He wants to invite something better and you have to accept it. See guys, this is the moment that changes everything. Your healing begins when you suddenly ask yourself, not why wasn't I enough, but instead ask yourself, why did I settle for less? You know, sometimes when you're out of that relationship, out of that friendship, out of that job, you ask yourself, by the way, why did I stay? What was the point of that? Like, you feel like your head is much clearer now. Ask yourself, because there's power in that question. That is the moment when you stop chasing validation. It shifts your focus away from chasing validation and to start protecting your peace, start protecting your energy. You see, guys, that healthy love feels safe. Healthy friendship doesn't require your peace being drained. Nice opportunities, you know, doesn't require you to abandon yourself. See, that's when you begin recognizing your self-worth. You know, guys, how to build your self-worth again. Start keeping promises to yourself. Be kind to yourself. Yeah? Invest in your dreams. Read, journal, pray, heal. Set boundaries, you know, without feeling guilt. ever feel guilty from choosing yourself and walk away. Let me not find you doing that. Choose yourself always. Celebrate your progresses, even if it's small. Like, I like using habit trackers. I like setting habits and hobbies. I like doing, you don't need to, young generation, you don't need to have a boyfriend for you to become happy. You don't need to fit into that friendship for you to become, why? You don't need to be in bad company for you to become happy. That is not life. That is not happiness. That is not recognizing your self-worth. And not protecting your energy. Do things that make you feel happy. The smallest things. Live in the present. Especially when you're younger. When you're older, you're not going to regret. Live in the moment. Live in the present. Appreciate the smallest things now. So that's why your confidence grows. Your confidence grows in actions, in changing yourself, in working your inner self. And you'll see how much there's so much self-worth to the point you won't even tolerate one disrespect that you'll see. Remember, guys, every small promise that you keep to yourself is a brick of foundation of your self-worth. Another thing, guys, stop waiting for permission. You don't need permission to become the person that you want to be. You don't need permission to chase your dreams. Not everyone will understand your journey. Some people become comfortable and uncomfortable because they are used to you accepting less than you deserve. So, know your worth. Become the person you want to be. Chase your dreams. Never accept BS. Choose yourself always. You see something is wrong, confront it. Defend yourself. Because in this world, nobody is going to defend you. You better heal your inner child. I was once younger and I used to accept a lot of disrespect. I never used to defend myself. I would let people just trample on me, and for what? So know what you are supposed to do. Not everyone will go where you are going. Not everyone will follow your lead. Protect your peace, protect your energy. Not everyone will accept that you are decided that you are going to see yourself bigger and not accept less, and that's okay. Accept that not everyone wants to be part of your journey and will always agree with what you are doing. Be yourself. Accept yourself as the way you are. Don't try to be someone else that you are not. It's going to drain you and you're going to lose yourself. So be who you are, fight for what's right, and move on. And yes, guys, my final message to you, if nobody has ever told you, I will tell you. You matter, you are valuable, you're worthy of love that doesn't hurt, you deserve friendships that don't drain you, you deserve opportunities that help you grow. Okay? You can do this. Believe in yourself, believe in your journey, believe in God. Always pray, always look on the bright side and the positive side. Don't be so much involved in negativity, any negative situation, anything that just drains your energy. Soothe and cool your energy, protect your energy, protect your peace. You got this. Because guys, once you recognize your self-worth, you stop chasing, you stop begging, you stop validating, you start living. And that is what you deserve. You deserve to live. You deserve to chase your dreams. You deserve to attract anything you want, only if you recognize your self-worth. And if this video spoke to your heart, don't forget to leave a red heart in the comment and tell me one thing you're choosing to believe on yourself. You're choosing to believe in yourself from today forward. Remember, guys, your worth was not lost. It was only forgotten, guys. I have nothing to say until next time. This is Tasha, that's me, reminding you to choose yourself. And you'll choose yourself. Choose yourself. I love you guys. I'll see you guys in the next video.